What is James Gunn doing to the DC Universe? Well, we got some news earlier today, right from Variety, and boy does it indicate James Gunn's future in the DCU. Well, it's completely rebooted and there's a whole new Justice League. That's right, they're not coming back. Let's talk about the story and exactly what James Gunn is doing and why. Now, I know since James Gunn took over the DC Universe, well, people have opinions, and you're entitled to yours, and today, I'm going to give you mine. It was pretty clear for quite a while that the old DC Extended Universe was kind of wandering around in the dark with no plan and creating disconnection with fans and honestly not the monetary returns anybody could want. Now, back on November the 1st, 2022, James Gunn and Peter Safran took over leadership of the newly created DC Studios. Hot off the heels of the big success that was Peacemaker, James Gunn took on the head creative position for this new division of Warner Bros. Discovery, setting out on a task to create a whole new DC universe. Now, from the beginning, there's been a lot of resistance because many people, quite honestly, were pretty entrenched in the old DC universe and the vision that Zack Snyder had. But it appeared new leadership at Warner Bros. Discovery was moving in a whole new direction, and the question from day one is, who stays and who goes? Now, there was a whole bunch of reports that just dropped today from Variety, and they pulled back the curtain and let us know what we've been suspecting all along. Now, what Variety is saying is that not only is Gal Gadot not coming back as Wonder Woman, but Jason Momoa has already moved on to discussions about potentially playing Lobo. Now, this was something that was teased really early on when Gunn came on to DC a little less than a year ago. And many fans, for the longest time, have thought, quite honestly, Jason Momoa was the perfect match for Lobo. Now, this has created a ton of confusion with fans, and exactly what James Gunn is doing at DC, because a lot of those actors from the previous iterations have exited, but I'm not the only one to notice. The ones that are staying are the ones that Gunn has worked with in the past. We already know Viola Davis is coming back as Amanda Waller, John Cena will definitely be back as Peacemaker, Freddie Stroma has been confirmed to come back as Vigilante, and many of us are indeed expecting Jennifer Holland to return as Hardcore, although I don't think that one has been absolutely confirmed. Now, this seems hugely inconsistent. Why are some actors staying and some going? And quite honestly, for some fans, why are their actors going? And it's a really, really simple answer.
It's got to be the king.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Let's be real, James Gunn is currently running DC Studios, and he can, quite honestly, pretty much do whatever he wants. David Zaslav has made it very clear he's entrusting Gunn and Safran to produce a new DC universe. Superman and Creature Commandos are the first chapters of that, and Gunn is steering the creative ship. Honestly, if you've been following James Gunn for a couple of years, you have to already know he has a spectacular relationship with his actors. When you look at the crew over at Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, the franchise that made $2 billion for Marvel Studios, well, that's the exact formula that works for Gunn. He creates very tight, personal, and close relationships with people that work with him, and then he continues to work with those people in any way possible. This is why we've been hearing rumors that many of these Marvel Studios actors from the Guardians franchise will indeed find their way into the new DCU. Just none of them have been officially cast yet, but you can bet your bottom dollar Gunn already knows who he wants. I know some people find it, well, pretty sad that their favorite actor who played the part previously will not be returning. But Variety made it super clear that the core Justice League was not going to return, they were indeed going to be fully recast, and the DC Universe was going to move forward in that framework. Now, I know this might create a minor amount of confusion for some fans who really don't follow things the way we do, but this is Gunn's vision, and like we said,
It's got to be the king.
well, then he can do whatever he wants. Honestly, guys, it really matters what the results are. We won't know anything until Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy finally releases. And when it does, well, the results of that, not only the quality results, which are very important, but the desperately needed monetary results, hopefully profitability, well, that's going to be key into how far James Gunn's control will continue within the DCU and where he steers it. Now, curiously, the same report from Variety did say they're suspecting Universal might buy Warner Bros., so we could be revisiting some of these decisions in a couple of years. But at this point, I think the kingdom has a leader, the leader has a vision, and the vision is headed in a specific direction that, well, works quite well for the king. As long as he produces results, I think people will be happy, but there will always be some bumps in the road.